What's good, y'all? Hold on one second. I apologize. I just got back home. I think I'm gonna quadruple upload today. Yeah. I think this might be my first time doing 3 reactions in a day. So, and on top of that, I got a college vlog that I'm thinking about uploading. So, yeah. Yup. But I'm still on top of my college work, you know. Yeah, you feel me? So, you know, yeah. We got Anthony Fantano, aka The Needle Drop. If y'all know who he is, he reviews music. Yeah, so yeah, I'm 2 weeks late on this. I don't think I was originally gonna do this when it first dropped, but I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just do this for the sake of doing it. And also because I reacted to the instrumental for like Wheezy, the song off of Playboi Carti's album. So yeah. So I was like, you know what? I might as well just go ahead and just do this video. Because it kind of correlates to what I reacted to 2 weeks ago, so, or 12 days ago. Yeah, but yeah, like I said, I don't know if I said this in the reaction, but I think I'm not even gonna spoil it. But if y'all have watched the video, y'all know what the rating was that he gave it. And I also said that a whole lot of people were calling the album mid and saying that it was trash and a whole bunch of bull crap. I think it was good. It wasn't the greatest album ever, but it was pretty good. I give it a solid, I'll give it a solid 7, maybe 8 out of 10. And for y'all that's thinking, oh, well, this album is trash, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I understand that. I completely understand that. But to say the album is completely trash, like, come on, man. Y'all just some haters, bro. You know what I'm saying? The people that were calling it mid and saying that, they either begged Carti for the album and it wasn't what they expected, or they just don't like Carti at all. And that's fine. That's fine. People got, their own music taste. I understand that. But, like, come on, y'all. Like, some of the songs are good. Like, for real. Like, come on, man. But, all right, y'all, man. We got Fantano reviewing Iron Music. Like I said, I'm going to probably do a quadruple upload today. Yeah. I don't know. But, yeah.
Hi, everyone. Chart in the top 10 out here. The internet's busy.
Gotta make sure my volume always turned all the way up. Always.
Of this new Playboi Carti album, Music. Here we have a brand new LP from rapper, songwriter, in-demand artist, hip-hop's current it boy, Mr. Playboi Carti, coming through with a project that is almost 5 years in the making. Music
5 years, almost 5 years, crazy.
Highly anticipated releases in recent memory, and you do have to give it to those Carti fans. Their devotion to him may borderline on disturbing sometimes, but they're at least
I have to agree with what he's saying, right? What he just said right here. Like, y'all, I get it if, like I said in the Like Wheezy instrumental reaction, I get it if some of y'all are trolling. It's like with LeBron fans, bro. Like, I don't take LeBron fans serious at all. Like, some of them I do, but the rest of y'all just be having y'all fun, and y'all just be little kids and stuff like that, like little teenagers. Feel what I'm saying? But for the rest of y'all that are utterly devoted to Playboi Carti and think of him as your quote unquote Lord and Savior, like, y'all, get a life, please. Get a life. Please. Stop. Get off these dudes' dick, bro. Please. They don't know y'all. I'm talking to y'all LeBron fans, too. These dudes do not know y'all. You feel what I'm saying? They don't know y'all. They do not know y'all. Same thing goes for y'all Travis fans. These dudes do not know y'all. All y'all fans that be going crazy at Travis Scott concerts and be praising him and all that bullcrap, they don't know y'all, bro. They don't know y'all. They don't know y'all. I like Travis. I like Carti. I like LeBron. But I don't go out of my way to glaze these dudes like some of y'all do. Once again, I understand if y'all are trolling, that's one thing. But if y'all are serious about this, get some help, please. For the love of God, it's sad and disturbing. Like Fantano just said, stop it, bro. Please. Getting on my nerves with that, bro.
Patient enough to have stuck.
And hold on, before I resume, it's one thing to be a fan of somebody, but it's another thing to be completely obsessed over them. Like, it's like y'all are obsessed with these dudes, bro. Like, they don't know y'all. They might care about y'all, but they don't know y'all, bro. In reality, they don't know y'all. All y'all going hard for Travis for no freaking reason. He don't know y'all. All y'all going hard for LeBron. He don't know y'all. All y'all idolizing these celebrities. They do not know y'all. They don't know y'all. I'm talking to Halle fans too. The girl, bro. Don't get me started on Halle fans, bro. Y'all don't want me to go there. Y'all don't want me to go there. Y'all do not want me to go there, bro. I'm gonna get pissed. The girl do not know y'all, bro. She don't know y'all. Stop. It's embarrassing. Like, what the I'm done. I'm not even gonna talk about it. But my main point, these celebrities do not know y'all. Like, for real. They don't know y'all. Stop going so hard for somebody. Please. For the love of God. Once again, it's another thing to be a fan of somebody and, do whatever the freak y'all obsessed fans do and all that bull crap. Not obsessed fans, but whatever the freak y'all little fanboys and fangirls like doing and all that bull crap. That's completely understandable. But it's another thing to, just worship these dudes. Like, y'all worship them like they gods or something like that, bro. Like, chill, bro. Calm down. Like, for real. Jesus. Still got 15 minutes left.
This record came together. Many fan bases would have moved on at this point, having waited so many years, especially with so many copycat artists these days flooding the zone with their own mid to respectable takes on Carti's trademark sound, the aggressive, distorted, cycling, trippy beats he tends to favor, his experimental approach to flows and vocal inflections, the dark, elusive, and mysterious ways in which he presents himself too, all of which he slowly developed after having blown up off of his self-titled mixtape back in 2017. But even with Carti's last official full-length album being almost 5 years old at this point,
that's crazy.
Haven't even come close to lapping him in terms of relevancy. And that is despite a very frustrated fan base being subjected to countless leaks, teases, album title changes, singles, pushbacks, weak features, and for some reason, fit pics. But then all of a sudden, we got music here, which was just announced in a flash last week, dropped the following Friday, and now it's here. And despite there having been so much time for this project to incubate effectively, it still sounds so rushed and inconsistent.
Yeah.
Not much has really changed.
I think that's why a whole lot of people were saying that the album was mid and saying that it was trash and saying that we waited 4 years for some mid and all that bullcrap. The album is good. It's not, like I said, it's not the best Playboi Carti album. But it's good, but it's not the best. And I also feel like it was rushed, like Fantano just said. Like, it sounds rushed, bro. But, like, I think that's why people were calling it mid and stuff like that. like I said, the album is good, but it's not his best work. But it's definitely not trash for some of y'all that think that Carti is the worst rapper ever and think that this album is trash. If y'all do think that, that's cool. Y'all got your own opinions, but like, I don't think the album's trash. It's not his best work once again, but it's definitely not trash. But it definitely sounds rushed. Like, I don't know. Yeah. It 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 yeah. It sounds rushed.
Since the release of Carti's last record, Whole Lotta Red, in 2020, because, and I know many would disagree with this, that album in its own right was a pretty inconsistent, disjointed project. I mean, among its 24 songs, there really was no through line guiding all of the tracks overall. I mean, a majority of the tracks on this thing didn't even sound mixed and mastered the same, as quite a few were actually kind of quite painful to listen to. By comparison, I would say the overall mix job
when I hold on when I if y'all watch that archived Instagram live from the Whole Lotta Red's 4-year anniversary, I said that a few songs that I liked, I dislike now. Because I just like, I couldn't, like, I don't know. It just didn't hit the same as when I heard it the first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, any other time. It like, I don't know. It just kind of got boring to me. But yeah, the album was still good, but some of the songs, they just didn't hit the same as when I first heard them, or heard them the second or third time.
Even Coke Rose, which sounds like an ultra distorted throwback to the Whole Lotta Red era, with looped metal guitar licks and all. The track OPM Baby, I would say, sort of feels like it could have come from that same album too, to an extent. And yeah, throughout the rest of the album, there are some familiar Carti-isms here and there, like the track Olympian sounds like something that could have been one of the synthier cuts to land on his 2017 Die Lit album. That is, if it were
28. Never mind.
Froggier delivery style that he's been kind of favoring as of late. But honestly, tracks like these are more the exception than the rule. In this very hefty 30-song track list, whose worst moments sound near effortless and pretty thrown together. And look, I know there are some hype standouts and singles and big features in this album that have been a huge point of discussion around this album for sure, but we cannot allow those flashes in the pan to 100% dictate all the discourse around this album, because again, there are 30 songs on this project and they all collectively contribute to this album's overall quality. And looking at this project as a whole, I feel like I'm pulling up the floorboards on a house and just like seeing termites just devastating all of the wood that the entire house is built on. Because once again, like with Whole Lotta Red, and that album was like packed with all that vamp shit and so on and so forth. With music, I just don't really feel like there's a lot of vision pulling these songs together, because they're either so short and directionless and underdeveloped that their inclusion on this album is insulting, or I'm just left feeling like Carti and company could have just done more with the track. We Need All the Vibes, for example, is a track that just kind of sounds like an old, stale, young thug summer jam that was sitting in the vault, and Playboi just like contributed a couple bars to the second half of it, and that's it. There's also Rather Lie featuring The Weeknd, which kind of sounds like the other side of a coin we already caught wind of from Timeless on a recent full-length album. It's kind of like they came up with two variations on the same song idea, and I think Carti got the weaker of the two variations here. There's Twin Trim featuring Lil Uzi Vert as well, which this track doesn't even have a Carti verse on it. It just kind of seems like a bunch of synths and grooves from the Lil Uzi Vert versus the World era, but it's somehow landing on this album for some reason. I've seen it described as an interlude, but like an interlude from what to what? Because it just kind of sounds like one more ungroomed random song in a sea of other ungroomed random songs. And this isn't even the worst first Uzi Vert track on the record. There's also the song Jumpin', which feels like one of those tracks that you get on a posthumous record after a rapper has passed away and a label tasks 2 or 3 producers with like assembling a track out of a leftover verse or something that was just like in the vault. Just chop a few lines together, get them all punched in, and then after that just repeat a few so that it kind of makes a refrain or a chorus and just extend it out so it feels like a song. It's like I'm hearing a Frankenstein monster being assembled of a bunch of different random lines rather than a full and complete verse. And of course, filling in the gaps here and there, we have Swamp Izzo, who is screaming all over this record, and I will mention again a little bit later into the review. But yeah, from here we have more tracks on the record that sound rushed and short-winded, but just shouldn't be. Like Toxic featuring Skepta, who is obviously a very interesting feature inclusion for this record, but the song that he's on just kind of trails right off as soon as he appears. The songs Walk, Overly, and This One Got It sound like short, incomplete Future demos. Meanwhile, the track Charge Dem Josephi actually does have Future on it, and I don't think I've ever heard a song with this much star power, because it does have Future, it does have Carti, it has Travis Scott on it as well. Yeah, all those names, and yet the whole thing sounds like it was produced and assembled on a moldy potato. We also have other tracks like Fine Shit, as well as Philly, which also features Travis Scott. These are more tracks that feel less like songs and more like rough sketches of songs, because, I mean, as much as Travis and Future and Thugger and Kanye may obviously be very big influences on his sound and his style, he very much lacks the follow-through to really pull together a sound and a song and a vision in the way that they have in the past. Like, we are not talking about Utopia or DS2 or Jeffrey levels of focus here. Like, if anything, we're more in like that Dawn to 2 ballpark, which, mind you, I do think there is a certain appeal in that in some of the most weird, wild, and exciting tracks this album has to offer, like on the opening track Pop Out, where Carti sounds absolutely insane, with production that features all of these hyper distorted ringing synthesizers, splotchy pieces of percussion, and also Carti's raspy screamed verses and choruses to "Pow, pow." He's absolutely out of control on this track and does a great job of channeling this pure visceral energy when he wants to. The following track, Crush, I thought was also a highlight, and while this one may not necessarily be like a genius feat of songwriting, it does feature a crazy combination of disparate sounds that make for a pretty unique experience, with Carti's whispery flows, these sliding Game Boy type lead synth melodies, grand gospel style choruses, very rigid, almost industrial type hip hop beats, some very aggressive 808s too. It's total dystopian chaos. Now compare that to K-pop, which the album flows into immediately after, and with that track's more skeletal layers, the atmospheric synthesizers, Carti's squeaky vocal delivery. I mean, the song is passably eerie, but it just doesn't really feel like it's bringing that much to the table, especially on this very abrupt ending. Compare that to the following Evil Jordan, which I do think on some level is a step up, sure, as Carti's performance on the mic actually does sound organic rather than piece together his allusions to being like his rock star and emo phase right now are cute. The beat actually builds up some kind of momentum on the groove side. The hype Swamp Izzo ad-libs are very aggressive and attention-grabbing, and there's something about that stuttering, repeating, shrill little synth line that stands out among all the other beats here too. But beyond that, I feel like once again with this cut we are just overselling what is actually being delivered to us here. Because while yes, it is slightly weirder than the average track you'll get out there in the mainstream these days, is it substantively interesting? Not really. And is it detailed and layered enough to warrant repeating all that many times? No, absolutely not. However, I forgot in this section of the review, I think I'm supposed to be talking about the highlights on the album. There is Mojo Jojo, which is a kind of Kendrick Lamar highlight, where Kenny provides ad-libs on the track in a very odd intro, where he's like almost worshipping Carti in a weird way. Oh yeah, I need that Carti, my favorite kind of Carti, that alien Carti, I need that Carti, you know. Ooh. The chemistry between both of them on the track is very odd and forced. It's like Kendrick is trying to create that weird Baby Keem, kooky crossover type of energy, but I just don't really has that sort of rapport with Carti. It doesn't work in the same way on this track, especially with Carti taking himself as seriously as he does. Backdoor is another track on the record that features Kendrick Lamar, more Kendrick Lamar, frankly. And it's kind of like we're being subjected to one of his smoother ballad type cuts over a beat that sounds lifted straight out of the Drake Nothing Was the Same era, which I think Carti's very spotty, inconsistent flows failed to dominate the space of. But yeah, as far as Kendrick's contribution on this track goes, it's less than stellar. I feel like he's dropped at least several very key and impressive tracks in a similar style as of late, be it Luther or 30 for 30, and I feel like those tracks would have had to have been just absolutely disappointing crud for me to think of this track more than twice after I'm done recording this review. There's also good credit too as far as Kendrick Lamar features are concerned on this project. On this one, Kendrick is at least more in his rap bag, actually delivering a verse. It's the most impressive of the three tracks here that I'm mentioning. There's a great key change in the cut as well, but I feel like once again Kendrick is operating at a lower gear than usual and almost trying to match Carti's super inconsistent flow style, allowing for the beat and the ad-libs to kind of take over and interrupt him at points. The whole thing sort of feels like a, straight up flex, maybe an extension to one degree or another of the recent victory lap he's been on post his Drake beef. That is until he starts kind of going on about Playboi Carti being his evil twin, which not only feels weird because on some level it is kind of odd and hypocritical of Kendrick Lamar posturing morally as much as he has in recent months to be kind of collaborating with Carti this deeply and unabashedly on these tracks. I don't think he's calling him his evil twin for no reason, but even that I feel like is giving Carti too much credit, because I feel like even an evil twin version of Kendrick Lamar could give us a solid 16 on a track like this, and we're not even getting that. And look, not to single out Kendrick Lamar, obviously I expected more from him going into this project, but honestly, I don't think any guest on this record brings a particularly great feature performance. I mean, Travis Scott brings quite a few guest performances to this record, and even what he offers, I feel like, is pretty average by his usual standards. I mean, all things considered, it truly is Swamp Izzo who sounds the most excited to be on this album. Every other appearance from every other person, even Carti, much of the time, just comes across as repetitive, casual, low stakes, low energy, which, yeah, when those are the standards Carti is setting for his own record, why wouldn't everybody else kind of follow suit? Okay, I swear, there are some highlights on this record. There's Crank, which I feel like is a prime example of Carti when he is at his best here, and giving us tracks that essentially sound like the rap equivalent to a chaotic horror movie soundtrack. And there's Like Wheezy, which I enjoyed quite a bit as well, and features this very prominent sample of Rich Kids Bend Over with its very bright, cheery, super sweet lead melodies, which let Carti come at the track with a kind of happy-go-lucky, almost silly type of energy, especially with bars on here where he's going on about spitting on a bitch like Pac. He sounds absolutely just out of his mind on this song. There's also HBA, which is another moment in the track list where I feel like Carti is most definitely channeling some kind of high, otherworldly energy over a hype instrumental where he's just purely operating off of intuition, a gut feeling, and that's it. And again, moments like these are where this album truly feels locked into its greatest strengths. The issue is, though, that is not where most of the album is at, as much of this record is unfocused, is sloppy, is inconsistent, rushed, thrown together, messily pieced together. Yeah, Carti really managed to give us an album on this one that makes a record as bloated and as all over the place as Whole Lotta Red sound like it actually really truly had a point to it, which is why I'm feeling a strong 3 to a light 4 on this one. Transition, have you given this album a listen? Did you love it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it? You're the best, you're the best. What should I be next? Hit the like if you like. Please subscribe. Please don't cry. Hit the bell as well. Over here next to my head is another video that you can check out. Hit that up or the link to subscribe to the channel. Anthony Fantano, Playboi Carti, forever.
Alright, so that is gonna do it for this video. Yeah, like I said, I think I'm gonna probably react to 2 or 3 more videos. Probably react to 2 or 3 more videos, and probably upload this college vlog. I'm not sure. Yeah, but if I don't, y'all got a trip upload out of me, so that should be enough. But yeah, y'all, like I said in the beginning, I cannot stress this enough. This album was good. Was it his best? No, it wasn't. It definitely was not. But was it trash? No. Was it mid, as some people are calling it? No. No, it wasn't mid. It was good. It wasn't his best, like I said. It wasn't trash. It wasn't mid, but it was good. You know, it was good. Like I said, I'll give it like a 7, 8 out of 10, probably something like that. Yeah. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. I'll see y'all in the next one.